Well, a very happy New Year's Eve to all, and thank you for joining me on the Bayou Gold Guy Variety Hour or so. New Year's Eve extravaganza. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and again, I appreciate everyone who's joining in on the live chat, on our live stream, as far as you know. Going out live across the YouTube's airways here on this New Year's Eve, and we're going to be ringing in New Year's Eve and trying to time this video so that it corresponds exactly with New Year's. So that will be the kicker on this one if we time out to exactly exactly New Year's on this. But we really do have a live stream on the chat. So that's really cool. That's the whole fun of this. So if you're just tuning in or not familiar, look on that live chat button below your screen on your phone or on your YouTube video and click that live chat, and it will open up the box that will show all the people in the chat room and the conversations going on. And like I said, if I was doing this live stream, I probably wouldn't be able to interact as well as I can just while the video's playing, chatting with you guys in the room, because I'd have a hard time reading the chats and responding to them, and you guys wouldn't be on there anyway. You'd just be responding to what I was saying. So I think it's pretty close to the same. Like I said, the novelty on this will be if we can hit it pre-recorded New Year's on the time. So, but we've got a big variety of stuff on the show tonight. We have special guest stars by proxy, and big things going on, and so let's get started right away by the way all good New Year's Eve parties start, with a little libation, if you will. So yes, let us turn to the previous gold weighing station for the beverage station now. Well, all right, it's not New Year's Eve without sufficient libation. And while we do have the champagne to open up for midnight, leading up to that, you need a nice beverage to enjoy. And I had a lady at the Dollar General turn me on to this, and definitely my favorite holiday beverage now. They sell the little mini bottles of the sparkling cider. This is the Northwest blend compared to the big bottle I have of the sparkling cider. That's just the standard. That's for anticipated visitors to have enough. And I was just getting the mango nectar to mix with a little Bacardi, and she's telling me, no, you get that mango nectar and you mix it with that sparkling apple cider. She uses bourbon in hers. We're sticking with the rum, something that doesn't, a little less flavorful. Vodka would also work on this. So as always, you start off with a very generous double shot or so of rum. That's kind of my standard. Then you want to top off with a good amount of the cider, and then finish it off with kind of a double splash of the mango. And most of my drinks I shake, but this stuff with the bubbles, you don't want to shake out the carbonation on it, so you just give it a good stirring, and very good. You get that sweet apple and the mango combined with a little bit of that sparkle from the fizz. It's a good drink to have leading up to like I said, you don't have to have a double shot of the rum in it. You can tone it down for parties or whatever, so people don't get drunk too fast, because you go through these very quickly. Very tasty drink. I said mango nectar, the sparkling cider, and your choice of alcohols. And yeah, so there we have it. So let us now continue with the extravaganza. And thank you all so much for being here tonight and bringing in New Year's with me. Well, all right. I think that's a good way to get us started. And cheers and Happy New Year's to all. And let me just say that this is a really good drink with no alcohol in it at all. I hardly taste the rum that's in it whenever you mix it up. So it makes kind of a neat festive drink if you want to have something special. And I know a lot of people don't drink. And, that's okay too. So, as we move on, we go to our first special guest of the show, by proxy, and the old man of the mountain, Dan HURD. Oh, yes, that's right. We have Dan HURD material on the show tonight. So, let's get right on that. And here you go. Well, all right, we have something kind of cool here. I received in my airmail package from Canada, British Columbia, Mr. Dan HURD. So that can only mean one of two things, either gold or ocean picture stone. And he sent with his card with him there for his Facebook and his business thing there on YouTube. So been watching Dan since I started doing this. And I've been wanting to get some of this stuff. I have a buddy who said he had a let's get our camera set up here right. A tumbler, rock tumbler, but he's a jeweler. But it turns out his tumbler is not a tumbler. It's actually it sits upright and then spins around, but it stands vertically and does the sonic vibration to clean gold. So it's not really something that I could use for rocks or other than cleaning my gold. It sure wouldn't work on my quartz gold. It would just crumble it away. But yeah, this is some really neat stuff. If you've never seen this ocean picture stone, you definitely need to go over to Dan HURD's channel on YouTube and check out his some of the stuff he gets off of his claim on this stuff. And he look at that. He cuts it. He does his lapidary, makes pendants out of this stuff, everything else. But I'm hoping the camera will pick it up like it should, because when you don't really see it, the beauty of it, until you get it wet. And this is known as ocean picture stone. If we can find a good piece here. On the larger pieces, you can see the different colors of the rusts and the whites and the blues. And it usually, on the bigger pieces that he has, it gives the look of being like a beach scene, or like it's called an ocean picture stone, with the sky above, or the blue water, the brown for the beach, like that one there. That looks kind of close there. You got your clouds up here and amongst your sky and your like I said, they come out, the slabs that he does, he really has, there's some that he takes out that are just really beautiful and deep blues. He's got the Dana blue that's called, that they get from a a certain vein that they'd found. Let's just go ahead and wet all this down. But yeah, but my plan is to tumble it and polish it up, because I've seen some really beautiful polished pieces, and damn, my hands are too wet. That he has done, and I had it out here in the sun. The clouds have moved in, of course, but yeah, some really beautiful stuff. This and it's not cheap. I ordered this from him back on 11/20/21, right before the Thanksgiving, he was doing a Black Friday sale. So you could get, look at that. That's really some, that just doesn't do it justice here through the camera. But the Black Friday sale, he which way could we turn that to look better? There you go. That's a pretty good. Now the sun's coming out. Hopefully that'll show a little better. That's a great picture of it with you can see the beach here, and then the foam off the waves, and then the clouds in the sky. I mean, that's really a cool side piece of that, kind of showing what it is, and this is by far from being the way the ones that really look cool, that really have that ocean picture scenery look to them. But very neat rocks for sure. And like I've said before, I'm not really a rock guy. I was always fossils and now gold. I have enjoyed getting the gems and stuff out that I find, the semi-precious stones, and that's cool. But ever after seeing this stuff, I'd never even heard of this, and seeing it on his channel, and he's got numerous videos, and I'd been wanting to get some. So normally this stuff sells for $40 a bag Canadian, and $30 a bag Canadian. And with his Black Friday discount sale, it came down for another $4.50 discount, and then $20 shipping from Canada. So it was $45.50 Canadian for this. $37.67 is what I actually paid American. So with postage on it, with like I said, it was down. The material itself was down to about $25 for this bag of stuff here. But then, of course, your postage from Canada, air mailing it in, it kicks it up a little bit. But just the same, I really wanted to have some. So when it was on sale, I get a little bag and check it out. He sells his he's got slabs that are, I think if you might have seen Ron F's channel. I think he had a nice piece of it that he had gotten. Very, again, there's a pretty good take on where you get that land, sea, and sky look coming through on it. But he takes and cuts them into display pieces and polishes them down and makes some really neat pieces. So that's all right. Well, I just like I said, I just wanted to show this. I've been wanting to have some of this, and like I said, that's probably one of the best pieces with that off of there, right there, where you've got the nice look of the ocean scene. There's your rocks. You can see the foam off the waves, the distant ocean going, and then your sky. So this may be one that I just take and put some coating on it of something that'll keep it shiny, and save that one for a display piece for sure, because that pretty much epitomizes what what we like about this stuff, and just on a much smaller scale. But that's like I said, that's a choice piece right there that really gets it. And then like these others where you've got these veins of the rusted material, I believe is what that actually is. I should go back and watch this before I had done this to get it better. I remember it. But again, that's another pretty good piece though, showing the land, sea, and sky. So we got us a couple of really nice sideways pieces that show up good on this, and that's it. They pretty much break them out of this in veins or in big chunks, and these are all the chips that come off of it as they try to get their bigger pieces out that they can use, actually cut and shape and use for his displays. Again, that's another pretty nice looking little piece there. For a small shard, you kind of get the whole look on. That'd be one that would actually make a pretty cool. If you could polish it up and round it off, would make a nice, like he does the cameos, or some kind of little pendant that you could. Like I said, my buddy the jeweler could probably do something pretty cool with that, with some gold in it too. But
So all right, like I said, when you get it wet, it's a whole different thing, and just a really cool. And I've seen some of these polished where they have a very neat polished look to them. So yeah, I mean, looking at these, we've really got a number there. You got to kind of turn them the right way, but we've got a number of them that show the nice ocean picture stone look on them. So, like I said, even that small little piece there is pretty cool. So I just wanted to show you all that little something here while we're doing our New Year's extravaganza to keep the variety going for the variety hour here. And again, that's a lighter piece, but you can see it's got the beach. There you got your white sand beach when mixed in with the rocks on the edge, and then you've got your ocean picture in the background. So really, like I said, I really like this stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to end up having to buy a rock tumbler if I want if I want to actually tumble these things. So that'll be interesting to see, to drop them in, and I could use it to clean some gold too, I guess. But so all right, well, all right, that's it for this segment, and I'll if you're watching this on a separate on just a separate video, this is part of the Thanksgiving. I mean Thanksgiving. Jeez, I haven't even started the New Year's libations yet. This is part of the New Year's Eve video for the Bayou Gold Guy Variety Hour New Year's Eve extravaganza. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining and watching, and get back to the New Year's festivities.
Well, all right. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe Dan HURD wasn't exactly here in person. He was, like I said, by proxy. So, but some really neat stuff, and I'm looking forward to getting it polished up with something and see how it turns out. But before we do anything else, we have to say Happy New Year, if my timing is right on this, to our friends on the East Coast, bringing in 2022. I think it should be coming in about right now. So if so, Happy New Year's to you, and any of y'all on here, thank you for joining us on the Bayou Gold Guy Variety Hour and New Year's Eve extravaganza. And now it's time to see some gold. It's not a gold show without gold. So let's turn to some of the gold that I've gotten that we're going to see about doing a little cleaning on while we're partying it up for the new year coming in. So that being said, let's go back to the station. Now is the time where I think we should try cleaning a little bit of gold. So I've gotten, if y'all have seen the videos, I did get an order of the Gold Bay quartz gold, which comes in dirty, wrapped around the quartz pieces. And then we also got in a couple of bags. That last one we did, one of the last videos I did was on the crystallized gold. And I'd gotten a 3-gram bag before, and I got a 1-gram bag the last time. And again, this stuff specifically, Dave said, you got to clean it yourself to bring out the gold. You can see those are the pieces I had before. The last ones I got, like these, are a bit cleaner. There's that piece that was kind of, you can see it looks like it's kind of folded in on itself, but you can see a difference between the shininess of those and there's that piece that I always thought looked like a looks like a little bird skull, alien bird skull, with the way it if I can get it to turn right there, whenever it would damn it, I'm just terrible with tweezers. But yeah, when you lined it up a certain way with the picture, getting the shot of it, you could see it looked like, eyes and eye sockets and kind of jagged monster teeth on the side. But that's all from the. Now I can't find the same look at that. Those were like the teeth right there that
like it, but it's not a. I can't turn it the right direction now. But yeah, one of the pictures off the video, it looks exactly like that. That's the thing about this gold. You can see something different. There's that piece that I just got the last time that's got that cool, those ridges, like almost like a seashell, broken seashell look to it. So need to pick. I'm gonna pick a couple of pieces to clean. I was thinking maybe this nice big jaggedy piece here. If y'all have seen Dave's Gold Bay, he's doing an offering before the gold show coming up. He's got his super expensive, basically $200 a gram nuggets are better. I was looking at one that was a little under 2 grams for almost over $400, but it's some beautiful stuff. So it'd be nice to see if this cleans up like that stuff that he has looks, and get some of that brilliant gold color in this rather than the dull looks. So I'm thinking we're going to try to clean this piece here, and maybe another smaller one of these smaller dirtier chunks like that one right there. It's got a lot of character in it, it looks like, or maybe this one. Like I said, I'm not sure. I really want it to be shiny and clean because I like the look of this stuff where it shows up. That dark brings out the contours in contrast to the gold. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll do this little jaggedy piece there, and this big one of the crystallized gold to see how it turns out, and then we'll do a piece of. There's my larger piece there that's got it wrapped around the long. That one was a pretty piece, and then here's my biggest piece here, which is this nice piece with the quartz embedded in the top and the bottom. Oh, damn it! Got to stay out of the light too. But yeah, so you can see the quartz showing on both sides of it. That's a neat piece. I'm not really ready to clean that one yet. I think it'll look cool when it's done, but we're gonna try out some of this other first. Like I said, we're gonna pick one of these little rounder ones, and one of these pieces that has no. Like I said, these are quartz gold, but this one's got a little bit in it. I don't think this one has any quartz in it at all. It looks more like the crystallized this one does than the quartz. So I'm thinking we'll clean that one, and then I've got these two that are kind of have the oval shape with the gold wrapped around it, with that lacy look to it, and then this one's the whole end is like kind of capped off with a neat look. So I'm thinking we're gonna clean these two pieces here, along with this piece of crystallized gold here, and this other jagged piece here, and we'll see what we end up with out of that. I'd kind of like to see this piece cleaned up. I always call it the dragonfly. It looks like some kind of an alien bug to me. With the extensions down on the sides, and like I said, the way the black really brings out, like that one. I mean, to me, there's his eye, and there's his head, the wings up, the back of his body. So pretty cool piece. But I'm not really ready to clean that one up yet. I'm going to see how this other turns out. So these are our targets for cleaning today. So we're going to put those in, and we'll see what we get out of this. So we're going to be using, Dave puts his in a tumbler and with his solution, and then runs it, but he does the fine gold. He told me doing these crystals that you don't want to damage them. So to put them in a container and swirl it around and let them clean that way. So what we use is pure ammonia, and his combination with he used Diet Pepsi. I got Diet Coke because that's what they had. So we open up Diet Coke, take a little sip. Yeah, that's nasty stuff. I don't see how people drink that. He put about a third of the can in for his tumbler. We're just going to pour a little bit like that in because we're not dealing with nearly the amount that he was doing. He was cleaning a big pile. I think he was cleaning 90 grams of gold or something like that. Or no, he was cleaning 200 grams of gold. He ended up losing like 50 grams just off of dirt whenever he was cleaning. I can't remember. He's got it on the video, but so we're going to pour in, top it off with ammonia, pure ammonia, and now we will take our before crystals and drop them in there. There's that big and then our quartz cap piece there, and this other smaller quartz piece there that really has no quartz in it. Put the cap on that, agitate it around, and let it sit. So we're going to it can vary from an hour to overnight. So we will check back on it and see. Again, I'm really not happy about the amount of non-quartz gold that I got in that bag, just like the crystalline gold that I got the little small flakes of for $120 a gram. I don't, if it's quartz, I expect it to be. I don't want little filler pieces taking up weight for $100. Well, actually, no. This stuff priced out the same at $65 a gram, but you're paying for rock throughout most of that. So again, the amount of gold per volume of rock is not matched. So we'll go ahead, but we've got put our big pieces of our beautiful crystallized gold back in here. That's the piece there that I really liked, that star that's kind of got the star shape to it if you look at it a certain way with the point there, but it's definitely got a cool, you can tell something broke out of it where it was kind of like that in almost a cube wrapped around it where it formed, and really neat piece. So but there again, I'm just not sure I want to clean that because it looks so cool with the definition showing up on it like that. So we'll, like I said, we're going to put this in, let it cook or clean, simmer in the little pot there, and we'll come back and see in about an hour what we look like. I'll be occasionally giving it a spin.
Well, all right. So we have that. Will be interesting to see how that turns out. Happy New Year. Cheers to all. Time for a safety meeting. 420 charts, as they say on the JP's bar. We'll borrow from that. So, man, I hope the AC has not got the big unit running. It was 83 degrees here today, and it's gotten warm in the house. So we got the big unit and the small unit running tonight on this end of year extravaganza. So, all right. Well, I'm really excited about this next segment coming up. I'm amazed that we were able to get this in, and I gotta say, this is like something you've never seen before. So, with no further ado, then let us turn straight to it.
Do not attempt to adjust your set. We will control all that you see and hear. We are the Miners Depot Network. We have commandeered this channel temporarily on this fine New Year's Eve to say Happy New Year's and to expect a brand new batch of Miners Depot Network channels being commandeered and brought into the Miners Depot Network family. Our first bags of Miners Depot pay dirt have arrived, and we are anxiously preparing to process them and retrieve more Miners Depot gold. So stay tuned in the new year. There's going to be bigger bags, more gold, more channels falling to the Miners Depot Network. Till then, have a good holiday. We now return control of your set to you. Until the next time when we decide to take over.
Oh man, how cool was that? They will never let us show that again, so I hope you enjoyed that. I need another drink after that. So before we move on to our next extravaganza segment with our next guest star, special guest, let's turn to the mixology station and refresh our beverage.
Well, all right, we are returning to our mixology station here. They got JP's Lawns and More, JP's Bar. We can't do Bayou Gold Guy Bar here, so this is Bayou Gold Guy Dive.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
I know a few of y'all are gonna know that classic line. So we're mixing up one of definitely my favorite holiday beverage. It starts with this stuff, which probably y'all have never heard of. I've only seen it in one store that sells it, basically because this thing is $6 for this fucking quart. But it's the custard nog rather than eggnog, and it's by this company. It comes in a really cool, fancy carton. Actually, they've kind of they've gone to a regular carton. They used to have tapers on here, like it was kind of beveled, but I guess they're saving money. But at any rate, this stuff is like a vanilla milkshake. It is really good. So I'm not a big eggnog fan, but I really like this stuff. So I usually get one or two of these throughout the season. But again, we're sticking with our Bacardi. We're gonna add a generous amount to taste. And this one's real simple. You just add your stuff. This stuff is thick. I don't know if you can see how thick that's really. Well, I guess we could adjust the thing a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. But yeah, this is a thick, like I said, it's like a vanilla milkshake. Don't have to add anything else to it. I mean, you could add some allspice or that other stuff that people put into nutmegs and stuff. Like I said, like the buttered rum. I don't like the spiciness of it or the spiced rum. I just like the kind of non-taste of the Bacardi or the vodka. But then this is what I use for my all-around shaker for all my drinks. It fits perfect. Give it a good hard shaking up, foam it up. Transfer it to your glass. And if you're so inclined, as I want to be, you add your little whoop, watch out, don't take out the camera. You add your little shot of whipped cream in the top.
and a little straw. That's a thick drink. Again, this you can make a little stronger because you're not going to be going through quite as many of these because they are very rich. But man, yeah, it's like a vanilla Bacardi milkshake. So there you have the next offering at the bar at the dive. And of course the scum and villainy did not refer to those honorable patrons attending the bar, the dive tonight. So, well, now we are ready to move on to the next aspect of our New Year's Eve extravaganza. Yeah, I have to say that is a tasty drink. It's very rich, very sweet, and again, one of those drinks where if you don't have alcohol, it's a great holiday treat drink to have, and it's only around, like I said, briefly for the holiday season. So now let's break out some gold pay dirt, and I've got a very special one here. So I think you are going to enjoy this. So let's welcome our next guest star material on to the show. Here we have it. Well, all right. Now it is time to turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, our table, and see what X marks the spot for on this one. And I got a surprise package in this week, totally unexpected, and it's something pretty cool, and a lot of you guys are going to recognize. This is from, there you have it, Charlie at AYOU Guys Prospecting. That's right. He sent me a nice sticker, a couple of really cool AYOU Guys Prospecting keychains. These are nice. I really like those. I've got John R's on my keychain with his channel label on it too, and may have to double up on it because like I said, these are pretty cool. But I hate to mess it up on the keychain. But he also included. You recognize his little silver bag. I've seen that off of his pay dirts before, and it is a 1 gram bag. That's right. And actually, I'd talked to him about getting something from him before, and it just never panned out, to pardon the pun, and hadn't gotten back. And he'd sent me a message saying, hey, sorry I never could get around to we could get that together on that. Here you go. I sent him back one saying, man, thank you all, because he's got a PayPal account and a site, I believe, on Etsy. I saw he had some dirt on that one too for sale, but he does sell his pay dirts in the 1/2 gram and the 1 gram bags, at least, maybe 1/4 gram. I'm really not sure about that, but I told him I'll send me the PayPal link and I'll cover you next week on that. And he's like, dude, just do a video on it and we're good. We're square. So we're gonna be doing a video on it, and then of course I'll be he's going to be getting a Bayou Gold Guy vial with some gator eyes and something good in it going back to him, because that's really cool. It was a big surprise. So I think it'd be a great thing for our New Year's Eve extravaganza to pop this thing open, see what we got in here. I know a lot of people that are on the live chat right now if they're on the live chat right now, like I said, that's maybe a little presumptuous of me to assume people are spending their New Year's Eve live watching a fake live stream, but we're still gearing towards the countdown for New Year's, and I'd say we got however many minutes left, but since none of it's happened yet, it's kind of hard to do that. Let me get something to open this, and I'll be right back. So yes, it's a very well sealed bag. And
All right, well, there we got our little pay dirt showing up there. Let's go ahead, we'll go ahead and dump it out in the pan and see what we look like. Let's see, it's very sandy, it's very gritty. I see a lot of little pebbles and stones in there. And I'm guessing, I'm really not, I can't swear on it, but I'm assuming this will be some fine gold, because he's up in Wisconsin, is where he lives and does his he works, but he also does his gets out there in the streams, and I know that's what they've got up there, is I believe that glacial till gold, that fine ground gold. So I think we're all cleaned out there nicely. So there you see, I'm not seeing any little chunks of gold for there to be a gram of gold in this rather compact amount of dirt here. So again, I think we're going to be looking for some. It doesn't look like we might not have a lot of black sand, and I'm seeing some flash there. It looks like maybe some mica flakes. There's another one there showing up. So that's going to be cool. We're gonna put this. Not going to well, yeah, I guess we are, because like I said, if we're dealing with small gold, we want it classified to try to make it a little bit easier to get through that and get our incidentals out of the way. But again, thank you so much, Charlie, for this. This is great. It's this is going to be on the, like I said, it was on part of our New Year's video, but I'm also going to be keeping this little segment separate, so it will be posted on my Bayou Gold Guy channel as the AYOU guy bag, as one of my first episodes coming out for the New Year's after in 2022. So that'll be something to watch for. I mean, it'll be pretty much the same thing, other than maybe a little more commentary added to it or something, introduction stuff. But as far as you guys know, this is happening live right now. Oh, I said that, and look at there. Holy cow. Well, we may be off on this one, because look at that. Look at that flake of gold that just came out of there. Good night. That's a nice big, look how it's very flat and thin. Look how thin that is. But really cool, man. That's when I was looking at those little pebbles that popped up, but yeah, it's got a very, very cool look. It's not the smooth. You can see all those little nooks and crannies throughout. So excellent. Well, let's see. I wasn't expecting to deal with we'll just go ahead and drop it in the snuffer bottle right now to get it clear. Make sure, I mean, that's not a piece you're going to lose if you drop, like the couple of little chunks that I've had get away from me before. I had to, thinking I'm going to be digging up a section of the, an inch deep of sod here and panning through trying to find my piece of gold. But I think we've got another, I think that's right there is another little, yes it is, another nice chunky little piece of gold. So looks like we're going to have, definitely have some variety. I see another little flake showing up in there. So, man, how cool. So, yeah, it's is that big flake of gold where the glacier just mashed the hell out of it, or was that where it was recovered out of the machine? I don't know. But, so we're going to start with this stuff right here. I miss my nozzle on my squirt bottle. I really depended on that thing more than I realized as being a handy tool, and I keep forgetting about when I'm sitting around at night. I need to go on and order it. But yeah, like I said, I've when I was out here in the cold, I dropped it and it broke off. It was brittle and broke off the spout that comes off. So I ended up cutting the stem that goes all the way to the bottom down to about here, so I can just use it as a squirter. So let's. Dingy Doris is doing dry duty from the big vulture bag I just did. The pay dirt's drying in that, so we're going to use the Garrett on this one. So let's get that moved into a little better position. And I don't even know if we need to really pan this stuff out or not, if we can just kind of wash it back for this smaller amount and see what we get. Some neat look, but you got nice little, neat little pieces of quartz in there. A lot of crushed quartz. And like I said, you can see the shine of the little mica chips that are floating around in there. Give it glinting, and I don't know if it's coming through on the camera or not. There's a piece right there that's a rather larger, but very cool, man. Gives a neat look to the paint. And then there's a lot of clear quartz pieces, grains like that. So something very unusual, not definitely something different than I've seen from any of the pay dirts. And but I've never done anything from up there either, so I don't know if this is his material himself. I guess it is from where he works his areas. So lots of crushed clear quartz in there. So I'll be going back through and pulling out a lot of that just to throw into my some of my vials. Or that's almost got a yellow tint to it, like a citron or a topaz kind of look. So very, very cool stuff, man. In a small bag, it's got some character for sure. And look at that gold showing up right there. Yeah, we didn't. It's kind of cool keeping all this together and just getting a good look at it. And then you see gold. And it looks like we've got a nice few pieces up there. And there we get the full look. So, all right, man. Well, that's, like I said, that is some pretty gold. Some nice chunky pieces. And very pretty, nice and bright yellow. So awesome, man. You got some pretty stuff there, Charlie. AYOU guy. Part of the AYOU guy family. So, all right. Well, I kind of hate to, I was baking at Christmas, and I was looking. I have two baking pans, right? I'm looking for my other pan. I'm thinking, well, where the hell? I mean, my kitchen's not that big. Where the hell could I, put that damn pan? Where's my other damn baking pan? Then I realized it's Dingy Doris. It's been out there at the gold station for 8 months. Dumbass. So, yeah, man, I was trying to think, what the hell could I have done with that stupid pan? I painted it white and use it for gold now. And it has a much better life out here than it did sitting under the counter, not being used most of the time, because I had a much newer one that I was using, but I needed it just for a holder. And yeah, so let's get this adjusted down here. Let me just put a little bit in there. I actually probably put in more than I intended to on that one, because I was wanting to just put in enough to see what lots. I don't know if you can pick it up with the camera here, because the shades moved in on the gold station. But like I said, I'm really not. I don't want to be rinsing out gold, because I have seen that again. Damn it. Jet dry. Always put jet dry in your water, especially when you're dealing with fine gold. Because even with even with jet dry, it still tends to want to migrate a bit. And like I said, I'd put in too much stuff in this one, because I really wanted to start out with just a smaller amount and see what we were. I mean, I'm hoping it's flour and not talc. We don't want to be getting into that kinkies level ridiculously pulverized gold powder. I asked him, "Where do you get that stuff, man? Where do you? How do you get that?" He's like, "It's a corporate secret." So, yeah, it's got. Don't you worry, I got my sources. Don't you worry where it came from. Old Creed up there, locked in ice. It's always his U joint went out on his truck the other day as the blizzard was covering everything up. It's like, man, those things are enough of a bitch in good weather to change out. Much less with that grease frozen together on those joint, bringing them on the joint and the shaft. And damn, man, I would not want to, unless you've got a nice big heated barn garage, you can pull that thing in and let it come to temperature and work with it. And and you can't go anywhere in the blizzard snow anyway when it's 5 feet, 6 feet deep. So it's good for now. that would be my thoughts on it. That thing's going to be sitting there for a while without a U joint till the thaw. Like I say, I'm not seeing anything that looks particularly minuscule gold-like wanting to carry. It's all that lighter material. You can see it swirls it up and kind of carries it off without. See, if there wasn't jet dry in here, it could just as easily be wiping out that super light flour gold wanting to just carry out. But yeah, that seems to, with this stuff, you kind of dipping it down, it gets that little vortex going there. Is it almost like the action on your sluice mats, you know? It lifts up that light stuff, carries it off, and keeps whatever, hopefully. Man, I was trying every different technique that I've ever seen or could make up when I was doing that kinky dirt. Fucking 3 days try to get a gram of gold out of a little vial. Like, damn. But that's what Creed was shooting for, man. He said if he ain't cussing, he didn't do his job right. Actually, I'd said that before on one of my giveaways that I think it was Chuck Gentles who'd won. Actually, that was a donation bag for the Ted Sharp giveaway, but Chuck Gentles won it, and talked to him a few times. Man, he's a good guy. Glad to have him on the channel, and he's commented a bunch of times on the videos still. But yeah, he wanted it. I made him up where you can get it any level of difficulty or in the vial if you didn't pan for gold. Make up a Gatorized vial for you, and he wanted it tough. So it had a lot of black sand in it. A pretty good amount of some, not the flour gold, but some pretty fine gold, and a good amount of that Gold Bay red clay. And I'd done a few different test tries of that stuff to see how long it would hold in the water, because I mean when it's not all the red clay, you should be able to rinse it out through enough times to get it out of your way where it's not just staining everything like it does when you're just doing that. Like I said, there's no rinsing it away on the small stuff, and as soon as a 1/4 inch or less is enough to cut any layer that's deep enough to cover any gold in the pan is invisible, because you can't see through it. So, but yeah, that's what I was saying, thinking about if he's not cussing me over this one, then I didn't do my job right. And sure enough, I was the one that ended up doing the cussing with with that kink. He said, "This is insane, man. Creed needs to put a label on these saying this is not for the normal panner. This is not something that you're going to get your gold out of. You're going to, But if I have time today, we'll be revisiting that kinky bottle for the the New Year wrap up here, because I still have at least 0.150 grams I could not recover. I got 0.85 tenths out of that when it was all said and done, and just was not ready to go back and look for it anymore. I dried it up, put it back in the vial, and have it sitting there taunting me on the in the kitchen every day to come get it. So yeah, sorry about this. Is working this a little bit slow. Like I said, I always do the first pan to see what we're dealing with, but since I'm not seeing anything, I'm assuming that this is some really fine stuff. So we're let's see if we can wash a little back here and speed this up. So I'm seeing some black showing up there. I did put the magnet. I forgot to show that I put the magnet on the bag, and it stuck to the bag. So there is a good amount of magnetite in this, and another reason I meant to put in a much smaller amount for the starting pan, but we're it's like I said, it's the variety hour or so, as the title suggests. So we're not limited by network timetables. We're working towards that 12 o'clock hour, trying to see how close we can hit it on the money. Actually, that should have been the giveaway on this. Oh yeah, I think I'm seeing some really fine stuff. There's some specks of gold in there, but I think I'm seeing some really fine stuff up in the top part too. So, but yeah, to guess how close we came to hitting the, right on it. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 2 minutes. I'm betting we'll be within at least 30 seconds of it if I can do if I've learned anything from these last 8 months of trying to edit videos down to less than 2 damn hours when I do these, man. I keep adding parts to it, and there's a lot of stuff on these, even though it seems like I do a lot of rambling through a lot of these. I'm still there's a lot of that I cut out that y'all are not subjected to. Usually it's stuff just talking about whatever, something incidental, while I'm like this, basically spending too much time getting some material out that I should have been doing in a smaller amount or whatever. But all right, well, I'm seeing the nice chicks. I'm not what I thought was that really super fine stuff turned out to just be the lighter, looks like lighter sands. So I mean, it's hard to see. It's hard to tell because I'll tell you what, we're gonna treat this stuff like it is, where when you see it, you grab it. But it's whenever I tap it up, I'm not really getting any band. It doesn't look like showing up too thick, but I am seeing what looks like that little bit holding onto the pan. So I said it before, it's like that's one of the good things about these pans. I've got them very well seasoned, so they do tend to hold on to that pretty fine gold, pretty good. Even that talc gold tried to get a grip on it, man. But anything, just the lightest little wash over that stuff would carry it away. It was like I said, how much of nothing can you pick up before it adds up to something? And that's everything you'd pick up was just nothing, and then it was. So I think we're good on that. Like I said, I'm just not sure what we're looking for in this stuff, how fine it's going to be. So that one's we got some flakes out of that one. So yeah, this time we're going to go with a considerably smaller amount there, because I don't want to use the magnet. I don't want to pull the magnetics out of this small bag. So all right, I'll be back with this. Again, I just don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but there is so much of that just crushed. I think you can see it there, kind of sparkling in the water. So much of that crushed mica that you get a lot of shine in the pan as you're rinsing that water around. It's so, all right, well that's it. We're gonna work it down. You can see that's got that line of black sand forming there already on this. So there is a good amount in there. All right, we're down to the bottom of this one here, enough to start doing some washing and see what we get. Just because we didn't have that really fine stuff in that last one doesn't mean that it's not clustering up at the bottom of, as we go to the end of the pan. There's another flake showing up right away though. So I mean, this may be just bigger flakes, you know, smaller flakes like that, but still bigger pieces of gold than I'm expecting to see in this. So, which is great. I'm bigger is usually better. I do enjoy the gold dust type. You know, like I said, the 100 mesh, where like the stuff that I was getting when I was in those Miners Depot bags, and it was manageable to recover, but it was challenging. It was small enough to be challenging, but big enough that you could recover all of it. And like I said, that and that, to me, that was as much fun as exciting as getting a big nugget, getting that big pile of my first time getting that really fine gold from one of their Alaska bags that they'd first sent me from Miners Depot, and it was just loaded with fine gold. Finer than I had dealt with up to that point, for sure. I hadn't been doing. I still haven't been doing this that long, but at that time, it was months ago, and I'd only been in it a couple of months at that time. So yeah, we've got like I said, it looks like we've got more of just that. I guess that's what you consider like a 60 mesh, maybe. I don't have any meshes other than my kitchen strainer and my steamer basket. Well, I do have that one, that next smaller size mesh. It's like the capper you put on frying pans, the little mesh screen that keeps grease from spattering. So, and that's a little smaller than the kitchen strainer size mesh. But I don't know. I didn't even know the meshes until I think it was David Goldbay was the one that I'd seen his saying that, you know, the mesh represents the number of squares per inch. So if you got 20 squares in an inch, that's 20 mesh. You know, 60 squares in an inch is 60 mesh on down or up, whichever way you want to go with it. So suddenly that made sense to me. I always just thought it was just kind of a term for general term for size of gold, specific to, you know, not based on actual measurements for this many squares and this many. So that was kind of that, again, always learning, always finding out something new. So yeah, I think the kitchen strainer is about a 20 mesh size from what I'd trying to count the squares on it, I think. So, all right, well, that's it. We're going to do another little amount there to work through that back, and we'll be back. All right, well, I've been seeing all these little tiny red specks, so y'all leave a message on the comments and let me know, are these garnet sands? Because it looks like little tiny garnet chips, but there's a bunch of them even smaller than that. These I was able to pick up with the tweezers, but they look translucent or very semi-clear and very red. So is this my first garnet sands that I'm doing here? Because I've heard of that before, but like I said, I've never seen. Mostly I've seen from Dan HURD with his, because he's does the beaches where there's like trillions of them running out from the formations. But I was noticing when I was panning this pan down that they were showing up in this one a lot more than I'd noticed in the previous ones. And like I said, they look rather garnet-like to me, so I think that's pretty cool. There were some that were really black, and then those that were the reddest that I was able to pick out. Saw some nice little flakes of gold in there while I was going through those. And again, just tons of that crushed mica in all of this. So yeah, and you can see Bayou Gold Guy, AYOU guys and Brewers Prospecting do a combination live stream. I know they're on Tuesday nights, and I think they're on actually a couple of nights a week. I've seen them popping up, kind of whenever they've got a scheduled time, I think, on Tuesday, and then they do random or have other that they're trying to work in. But they like I said, they've got the live stream on that, so check that out and go on his YouTube channel, and you can get his in down the description and find out about getting some of that pay dirt. I don't know if you can hear my cats in there crying because I'm out here. So all right, well, there's another nice chunky piece, and then some smaller ones in there with it. I don't blow it away. So, all right, and garnet sands, I think. So, but like I said, yeah, if you know, leave a comment or talk while we're on the since we're live streaming. So you know, you can leave your comment in the live stream there. All right, we're down at another. See, I've not seen as many of the garnets in this pan. It's like we got a little vein of them there in one of those little piles of dirt coming out of the pan where they'd collected. So even that's weird, you know. There were a bunch of them in that last pan. There's like just a little few in this one, and I hadn't seen that many of them in the other pans. So they seem to congregate. There's one bipping around there. I think that's a piece of the garnet there. So they move a lot differently than those big polished garnets that that go in the old gator eye vials. Those suckers, they stay up there in place pretty tight. You gotta give them a hard swirl to get them out of the way, the gold, if you choose to open your vial and dump your stuff out and look at it. You can leave it in there as a display, or get it out, look at it, and put it back in. So actually, I have some of those on sale on what's it called? Ewid. I don't even know. I've had it for the channel, the site, for months, and I just now put some up there after I had those pictures from the giveaway that were good enough to show. But yeah, half-gram vial, $65, including postage, and that's with all the little trinkets in it. Minimum half-gram of nice big flaky display gold, and the quarter-gram vial. I can't remember what I have for the price on that. So you know, I'm going to be doing some Gator Eye Gold Guy pay dirt vials as well. But I think I don't know that I'll be selling that much off of my channel. I like this. This is $60 for this gold, for this bag. Postage included on his bags. My box there says $9.20 was postage on this. So that's below spot price of gold. Gold's going for $58 a gram right now. So I just don't understand the number of them sell like that have Mike Vendetta, you know, puts in a bunch of overweight gold on his bags, you know, that's with postage included. It's hairline or negative profit, it seems like to me. And I don't know, I'm a businessman. If I'm selling my gold, the only reason I'm selling any of my gold is to buy more gold, and I'm not going to do that breaking even and giving it away. I'll give it away on my channel for the viewers and that kind of thing. But yeah, I intend to put some of those nuggets on eBay or on Amazon, and just like David Goldbay, I'll bump them up 50%. You know, for the cool ones, the ones that clean, for the people that want to have a piece of real gold, maybe some of that quartz gold, the crystalline gold. But you know, I'm like I said, I'm just by my nature, it's I'm a businessman. I don't sell stuff for the fun of selling it. If I'm selling it, it's because I'm intending to make a profit, and I'm, like I said, in this case, it's going to be to support my channel, to get those $1,000 bag of Miners Depot, or that 1 ounce nugget jug, troy ounce, like we saw Carolina Gold Girl doing with that massive 9-gram nugget that she got from Gold Bay. And so there, that's it. But I'll put the name of the site, of the whatever the site is on it. Like I said, I don't even know. I'm so disconnected from it. It may end up being a bigger pain than it is. Like I said, I know making, you know, just my time. My time basically starts in business at about $40 an hour to $60 an hour, if I'm not pricing it out by a whole job. So I spent, you know, $120 of time easily just making up those stupid vials for the giveaways. So not stupid vials. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it, but like I said, you know, that's time I'd be spending doing something else. So it all comes out of the same pot. So I mean, I appreciate these guys that do that, and where you can get it like that. But you know, I will not be one of them. But I'm also going to have, it's going to be, you know, my stuff will have more unique golds to it, or a specific, you know, always have the gator eyes, always have a little bit of extra stuff in there. It's going to be, like I said, try to be something that's a little different than what just everybody else is selling. And that's the trick to getting, you know, that way you go on what people value stuff for rather than what the stuff's worth. That's, you know, again, I have people that wait for 3 months for me to do their work because they don't want anyone else to do it, or want anyone else in their house. And that means a lot. That means a lot to me, at least. And I try to make sure that they always get the quality of work that they're expecting, and a fair price on the job. A lot of times I'm way too fair for definitely what the competitions are charging. I bite myself a lot more than any customer ever has. I've been down here, I think there's been, in 14 years, I've had one customer that actually ripped me off on a job. So that's, you know, you can't ask for better than that. But I said, but back to our gold here. I mean, damn, Charlie, I don't know how you do that for $60 for this cool bag with and that nice big chunk of flat gold in there is really, really nice to have in a bag that size, especially. I mean, yeah, it doesn't weigh a lot, but it's like those gold leaf gold pieces. You get a bunch of them. You know, it doesn't matter about the weight on them whenever you've got that much area to have a nice chunky, you know, cool character on it, pieces of gold. So that was really cool, man. A real, you know, for the way the magnet stuck on that, I expected a lot more magnetics in that, making it you know, a lot more of a pain to get through. It was enough to make it challenging, but not to really be a problem. And then we had our neat over kitchen strainer size quartz pieces there that I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to be picking through those and saving out those into my gem jar, because that's what pretty much what I pull from for my vials, whatever's in there. And so there we have. There's that piece is beautiful. I love that. I love that big honker. Got a little bit of black sand in there to wince away, but a nice little pile of gold there. This light out here just doesn't do it justice, but we'll take it in and clean, dry it off, weigh it up. It looks like for the size of those pieces, I'd say no doubt we've got a good gram in there. If there's fine gold in this pan that I missed that I'm gonna have to go back through, then I'm in trouble, because I didn't see anything resembling any small flakes of gold or micro gold that would not have gotten captured. So let's get the big boy out of the way and suck up the rest of this. And all right, we'll get it cleaned up and we'll be in the kitchen. All right, well, while the gold's drying, we interrupt this AYOU guy video to check out it's been over an hour, to see if we're getting any cleaning action off of our gold yet. I haven't seen it. You guys have seen it at the same time I am. So it looks like it's pretty much about still the same. So I've been going through swirling it around from time to time, but yeah, I'm not, well, there we go. I'm not seeing much change yet. So this may we interrupt this interruption of the AYOU guy video to say we should be right on our mark for New Year's Eve. I think we're within minutes right now. We're counting down. So we have our special incense burner going here. Is that sandalwood I smell? Oh, I don't think it is. We have our bottle of champagne. This I've never heard of Scandi, but once again I was at the grocery store and I was going to just get another $15 bottle of Corbel or whatever, and the lady standing next to me is telling me, "Oh, that's good stuff there. This is the stuff that was underneath the Corbel," and she goes, "That's good stuff there. That's for the price. That's much better. It's like $6 a bottle." So I was like, "Well, all right. Well, the other lady didn't do me wrong on the mango and you know what we used, apple cider, sparkling cider. So I'm gonna give this one a try. It looks like a kind of a cold duck type bubbly. There's a little puff coming out of there. So as we count down here, no, it's clear. I guess the bottle's red. I thought it looked like it was like I said, like a duck. But according to our time here, I think, if I'm timing this right, we are right on. This is New Year's, so Happy New Year's to all. Thank you for being here on the extravaganza and ringing in 2020, saying goodbye to 2021. Extra dry actually is very good. So, with that said, let the fireworks commence. Well, I promised you guys some fireworks, so well, I think we can probably do a little better than that. Just a second. There's the fuse.
That'll chase the possum away. Happy New Year! That's a bunch of those for $12. All right. That was cool. All right, now let's bring in the new year with the big boy. Let's see, where's my fuse? This should be good. I think we're having a bit of a misfire on this one. Whoa! That's whoa!
That was amazing.
I think that was a slight. You call that a slight misfire?
It was really pretty though.
And then let's finish off with one more good round of. Well, man, I think it was igniting the other ones early. All right, that's all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. Catherine, y'all. See, all right. They know it's New Year's now. Well, that was certainly exciting. We, as you saw, they didn't perform exactly as planned on that big 16-shot multi-shell aerial display. They didn't get very high in the air. And, I should have gone ahead and kept the camera horizontal instead of vertical. I was expecting to need to get more aerial shots from the ground up, not blowing up the yard as it did. But yeah, those had some friends over there, and you heard them in the background and laughing and dodging mortars because they got pretty close. And yeah, and so and actually I was wrong. That wasn't $12. It was like $6 for that first little batch of those Saturn rockets that fired off 100 rockets, whatever it was. And but the firecrackers, I thought it was too good of a deal at $1.25 per 100 pack. And yeah, that was 300 firecrackers on those 3 packs, and the 2 packs at the end, 200. You could tell a bunch of them did not go off. They were falling apart. You couldn't open the pack up without them just falling out of it. So you had to pop them with the pack, throw them at once. So anyway, but yeah, that was a nice little a nice little in your face display. But no one was injured. It was safe and sane, as they say. So happy New Year to all. Let's That really is decent stuff there, and except we still have the incense going here, and so let's get back to Charlie and finish up the AYOU guy clip, and take a last look at our soaking gold, and probably wrap up this pseudo live stream, our live chat, and get on with the rest of the night. Yeah. So all right, there you have it. Well, good night. Might be an overnight deal to get this out. Also, I think I might need to. Ooh, it still ammonia smells. I was gonna say maybe I need to have more ammonia in there on the smaller size and less cola. I'm not sure what the whole point of the man, that's strong. The point of the diet Pepsi was, if there's something in the whatever the aspartame or the whatever the artificial sweetener in that toxic crap is, that it activates with the ammonia to make it clean or what have you. I do not know, but all right. Well, it's gonna continue cooking in there. Let's get back to the gold panning. Well, all right, we are in with our pan of dried gold here from AYOU Guys Prospecting. We are going to see I was just looking at it. I just love his stickers, man. When you see really the detail of it, that guy's giving like the, "You eyeballing my gold, boy?" Giving him that sideways. Like, what you looking at? You just keep moving along. There ain't no gold to see here. Like that's the old crotchety prospector. So, all right. Well, let's turn on our scale. Get out our paper here. Where's my standard paper? This is hot off the stove. Fresh batch of gold from Wisconsin. First gold I've done from the northeast. I guess Wisconsin's considered northeast, right? Showing my geographical ignorance there. So, all right, let's check our scale for weight, and we are right on. And let's adjust our camera so that we are. Let's start by weighing that big piece right there, because it's so big and flat. You know, I mean, it's why am I not getting any good light off of this now? Usually this camera is really a really good low light. But yeah, I mean that's it's thin. I mean it's paper. Well, not paper thin, but it's pretty damn thin. You know, it's like that. That's like that leaf gold thin was. Maybe a little bit thicker than that. So that's a 0.486, almost a half a gram. That is a really big piece of gold for a half a gram piece of gold. You know, I mean that's cool, because you got those little chunks that weigh a half a gram that don't look like anything. So 4.87 just for that. So let's go ahead and add the rest here. And there's some chunky pieces in here, so we already know that that's going to be good. And there we have it. Very nice. Again, not even just dead on your amount of gold, but a little bit over for below spot price. Like I said, I just don't know. I don't know how you guys do this. I'd love to be able to, but I will not. But more power to you, man. I would think you'd be selling a bunch of these bags for that price. I mean, hell, just the deal on the shipping on that with that gold is great. So really nice. Thank you so much, Charlie. Like I said, let me get past the post-holiday week here. I've still got shit I'm wrapping up, and I'll be like I said, I'll be putting you something together for sure, because this was really cool, and I think pretty sure everybody on the stream here enjoyed seeing that for our New Year's Eve gold panning edition of the variety show. And can I get a good zoom in on it here, because that's what we like, is that final nice close-up. There we go. I got to get it turned where I get the good light from the inside. But look, it's a different kind of gold. It's not the I mean, it's very shiny, but you can see there's a lot of flat smoothness to it, as opposed to the Lynch's stuff where it was all, you know, real jagged and chunky.
this stuff, it all looks kind of squashed. I mean, is that a part of the, from where it comes from, being up there, of the 2 miles of ice sitting on it for hundreds of thousands to million plus years? I don't know, but it makes for some really neat stuff. I tell you, I like that. I like to look at that. So very cool, very pretty, and a nice bit of it there. So again, thank you so much. And any of y'all watching this video, I'm wondering why it may be so disjointed. This is actually a video as part of the New Year's Eve fake live feed, live chat video I'm doing. So this is, if you're watching this live on the live stream supposedly, make sure you go back and check out the video, because I'll probably have some of this edited down because it'll be a little long to be adding into the show. So this is the edited version that y'all are watching tonight, and like I said, I'll be posting the full video on this with in its entirety. But you'll already be seeing the best part here for sure. But all right, well, there you have it. So now let us continue with the festivities. Well, all right, that was some outstanding pay dirt, I have to say. That that big, almost half a gram piece of gold. That thing was an inch long. You know, I mean, that was so cool. And the little ruby, garnets, keychains, stickers. I mean, just everything really, really nice. I really thank you so much, Charlie from AYOU guys. And like I said, I'd recommend this one for sure. It was a fun bag to do. And like I said, very shiny, pretty gold, and a different kind of pay dirt than I'm used to seeing. So everything about it was just really good, and it all came in a pretty small bag too. So that was packed a lot of punch in a small package. So cheers to that. That stuff gets better the more glasses you have of it. It's like most things, I guess. But now I guess we need to go and take another look at our soaking gold. It's been, the last check was on, it had been up for a few hours, I think it was. Now it's been soaking for, I guess, about 12 hours. So, yeah, man, this video's a long time, isn't it, for live stream? Man, 12 hours. So, let's go back and check and see if we're getting any gold color coming through on that. I keep agitating. I go in there and spin it regularly, trying to keep it moving, wash it. So either way, we're gonna go ahead and take it out, rinse a couple pieces off, and see if maybe some water. I didn't rinse any of it before, so we'll hit it with a little bit of water and see if that helps clean it up a little bit, because I'm not seeing that golden shine coming through like I was expecting. So might have to use something else to get that. I don't want to use anything too hard to damage the rock on the quartz gold or discolor the rock. So I just would like to get the gold shinier. But so let's see what we get with that. All right. Well, let's pop a top here. You can see it's foaming. Actually, I've been agitating it pretty regularly. Get that out of the way. Get our pieces out of here. If I can find them through the foam. Pick when you got to pick up just right. Let's see what we got here. Well, ammonia off my hands. I don't know, does it look do we look more golden now? In the light of the camera here, I am seeing a bit more gold color to it than I did. That piece right there with the cap on it, the cool one with the cool cap on it, seems to definitely be a bit shinier. And our big jagged piece there, you can see that that definitely has lost quite a bit of its dirtiness. It still has enough on it to leave that, to show up that detail on it that looks pretty cool. But it, like I said, the dark shows the contours very nicely. What about our little rough chunky pieces back there? That's the quartz piece there, and that's the crystallized piece there. So I think we're gonna let it sit and soak a bit more, and see if we can get another little layer of that dirt off. But that piece definitely looks like it's changed the most from what is as dark as much darkness as it had on it before. And then of course our little capper piece has still got quite a bit of dark on the end there, but that's also stone. But you can see that the gold is a bit more pronounced, I think, on that. So it seems to be working. And that little quartz piece doesn't look that much different, but it like the others, it does have less. It is less black on it, so that has cleaned it off. And in our water, there is you can see that there is some sediment in the bottom of the cup here. That's got the maybe out of the way there, that it's kind of down in the corners. So very little bit, but there is, you can detect some. So all right, well, we're going to return this to whence it came and keep agitating it and see what it comes out. We'll show that on the, I'll do that on the follow-up on the next video comes out, the final result of a full 24 hours or however much time with the gold soaking in this solution. So, all right.
Well, it was some pretty good looking gold coming out of there. So I think the cleaning's going to be working on it. I'm going to let it sit overnight. Actually, I looked at from when that time actually started. That it's been soaking for about 14 hours actually. The time we were checking it the last time. So give it another 10 or so hours in there and check it and see if it's, like I said, I don't want to overdo it or you know, that cola eats through your enamel in your teeth, so I don't want it to damage my rock, dissolve my rock away. So, but I think that's you know, I would like to try to get into the recover some of that kinky dirt, but we just we had too much variety. We ran out of time, so it's run a little long as it is. The hour or so variety hour has gone way into the or so part. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I just can't thank everyone enough that's made this possible for to be having a channel on YouTube and actually getting views and getting people. It's one of the greatest compliments whenever I get messages saying I ordered Miners Depot from watching your videos, or I've got some Gold Bay from watching your videos, or I've gotten quite a few of them from different pay dirts saying, saw it on your thing, we ordered some up and really liked it. So that's that's the whole point of doing this. We go through and weed out the bad ones. We take the hits, so you, the viewer, doesn't have to. So and I truly am humbled by the like I said, the number of my subscribers I've gotten, and the views that I'm getting from so many people that are not subscribed, that are just out there, and it's great. This video itself, doing this tonight, and we'll see if we hit how close we hit to our New Year's mark. Hopefully we were pretty close, but this thing's got 25 clips in it and editings on this thing. Then trying to time did we hit the East Coast? Did we hit the East Coast time? That was just kind of a thrown in whenever I started. Well, hell, we're going at 11 o'clock, so that's we got to acknowledge the New Year's coming into the country from there. So, but again, like I said, I equate it to playing the video game, and tonight we played went up to another level of the game, trying to get this figured out of this video, and so we'll see how it turns out. And for everybody that stuck it through and stayed with me in the chat, I'm sure I had a great time chatting with you in the live chat as always. And it seems like it always runs out of time, or it seems kind of short when we're watching the videos. So hopefully tonight, a little extra time here, we had a little more time to engage, and if nothing else, just bullshit on New Year's Eve. So I guess that's about it. I can't say thank you enough, so I'll stop saying it. And my battery's running down for the 20th time today. I just have to keep breaking. The most breaks I've had is charging up the phone and then editing while it's charging, and then going back through. So I've enjoyed it tremendously. The best wishes and for a prosperous and safe and happy New Year for everyone out there. And it's been fun and lighthearted tonight, but we do have a pretty serious situation going on in our country right now that's only getting worse. And this 2022 is going to give us a chance to try to stop the bleeding and make a difference. So don't be bullied, don't be intimidated. You know what's right, do what's right for you. This is America. This is a free country. They should not be able to make you do anything that you do not want to do to yourself or to your kids. Stand up for what you know is going on wrong with the sports, with the thousands of little girls are giving up on ever being athletes because we're seeing political libtard, out of control action, activism standing behind biological men beating up and outperforming girls in physical sports. Well, the absurdity of that anybody would ever say that would even be happening, in the past would have been a joke. I'm sure there's a lot of shows that have made jokes about it, and here it's going on and it's being endorsed. We could have spent the whole night just talking about shit like that, but there's that's just the tip of the iceberg. But again, the media is not going to share anything. Don't watch CNN, don't watch MSNBC or ABC or any of the alphabet networks. Get your stuff off of YouTube through independent news channels that actually research what they're reporting. The big alphabet companies are putting out, and and make and do some research, make your own choices and make your own decisions, and find not your truth, find the truth, because there's a big difference. And anytime anybody says it's my truth, then it's their fantasy that they're expecting you to buy into, and then you'll be chastised if you don't. And so, you know what we say to that here? This is the United States, and we don't roll that way. And despite them trying to force us to, we will not. So, Happy New Year's. Again, thank you all so much. And full pans, big golden smiles, the best, the clean streams, and big nuggets to all. And like I said, thank you so much. This is Bayou Gold Guy saying, peace out, my friends. Happy 2022. And thank you again.